Hey guys, Toby here. So, AVerMedia were kind enough to send me one of their products. In this case, it was the AVerMedia Live Game HD, and in this video I'm just going to run through my review and tell you what I do and don't like about the card. So, I'll start off by telling you a couple of the main features. The main features are the ability to record 1080p HD video, it has a super low CPU consumption, it has graphics card resolution support, has a dedicated record button, it allows you to record your voice with gameplay, direct connection to Twitch TV and other various streaming services, and the ability to take snapshots of your gameplay. Now, if you've never seen a capture card before, it's basically like a tiny little graphics card which goes into your computer. You plug it into the PCI Express slots on your motherboard. Now, if your motherboard does not have a PCI Express slot, you will not be able to use this card. So, this is the Rec Central software, and I'll run you through it quickly. It's basically got three different settings for recording gameplay. You've got Amateur, Pro, and Newbie. Now, I'm going to go with Pro just because I know what I'm doing. And it gives you tons of different options here. So, we'll work from the left and we'll go down. So, it allows you to choose which platform you want. So, you can either capture the current PC that you're on, you can capture a different PC. It allows you to choose video source, HDMI or DVI. It allows you to change your audio source, so you can either go for audio in or you can use your HDMI cable. It kind of depends on how you have it set up, but this works for me. And it allows you to record external audio, and you can save it to a different file as well if you like. So I've got my microphone set up there. This one, you just choose whether you want it to start with the capture, you can control with hotkeys, or you can do push to talk if you like. And this is the important bit, the video format. You don't really have too much option here. You've only got the two. You can either go to TS H.264 or you can do MP4. Now, MP4 is the main one for doing YouTube stuff. Pretty much everyone uses it. And then you can choose your resolution. So you've got tons of resolutions in here. You can do 360 videos if you wanted, 480, and then you go 720. Where's 720? There it is, 1280 by 720. So this will be 720p. And then if I scroll up, 1920 by 1080, this will be 1080p, and that's the one you want to go for. And then you can choose your bitrate. Now, I'm usually go for the highest, and I've been using this for quite a lot of stuff. I've streamed with it, and it seems to work fine. It doesn't lag my computer at all. It's really good. Audio bitrate, it doesn't really matter. 128 seems to do the job. Anything over, you'd have to have super duper duper headphones in order to hear, so 128 works fine. And FPS is 30. Now, if you're recording in 1080p, you can only record in 30 frames per second. So that's not ideal when it comes to people who do, I don't know, Call of Duty montage videos. So if we go down to 1280 by 720, it'll give us the option to do 50 frames per second and 60 frames per second. So if you're going to want to do slow motion stuff and slow your video down, then that is probably what you want to look into. If you try and slow down a 1080p 30 frames per second video, it just doesn't look very good. The frames kind of lag and it just... And then it gives you the choice to adjust all your hotkeys. So you can do stop video capture is F7 for me. You can stop external audio, but I don't need to worry about that because it starts with the capture. And it gives you a little snapshot button. So if you're in game and you've got the program open, tap F9 and that's all done. And you can make different loadout profiles as well. And then once you have your profile saved, you literally just click ready. Okay, profile saved. So I've put together this little video segment to basically show you how little FPS it drops when recording. Now you can see at the top left corner it says I'm not recording, and then it will change and it'll say I'm recording, and on the right hand side in yellow it has the FPS, and you can see it only really drops 3 or 4 frames per second. I'm getting a decent playable FPS right now. Now, preferably, you want to be getting as many FPS as possible, but the default for YouTube is 30 FPS, so it doesn't matter if you record a 720p video in 60 FPS, because when you upload it anyway, it will compress it down to 30 frames per second. So basically, as long as you're getting around 50 to 60 FPS, that's a good kind of playable FPS to be at. Anything below 30, it's not playable, and it's going to look terrible when you upload it to YouTube. So if you can play a game now on a decent FPS, either 50 or 60, the chances are you will be able to record a decent 1080p video with this capture card. So overall, I really like this card. My computer's not powerful enough to record 1080p gameplay with software like DxOry or Fraps, but this card allows me to do so. The lag issue on other capture card devices is a massive annoyance. I'm really glad that AVerMedia fixed this issue with the Live Game HD, but there is one or two things which I don't like about this card. So with DxOry, I can separate all my different audio devices. So for example, I can record Skype, the game, and my voice all separately, so when it comes to importing it into Premiere Pro, I can adjust them all separately on the different tracks and add video effects, or I can add audio effects and whatnot, and it just makes it a little bit more professional. Now Rec Central just simply doesn't do this. It only records gameplay and your microphone together. Now this might just be down to my setup. I have a mixer running to my computer, my headphones go into my mixer, I have optical inputs, I have just normal speaker inputs. It's extremely confusing, but this may not be an issue for you. Now the other issue that I do have with this card is it's a really odd issue if I'm honest. I've never really seen anything like it before, but basically it like lowers the bitrate of my screen, it looks like, so it's extremely hard to notice at first, but when you're looking at things like bright colors, it's extremely noticeable. You get used to this, but at first it's quite annoying. I've made sure to change the cables around and see if, you know, one of the cables are faulty, but it doesn't seem to be that way. It seems to be the card itself. Something that I forgot to mention is the file sizes are freaking amazing. I recorded 1 hour of 1080p video and it turned out to be 1 gigabyte. Now if you're recording with something like Fraps, it's usually about 4 gigabytes per minute, so you can see the massive difference. If I had to rate this product, I would give it a 4 out of 5. So that's about it. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you to AVerMedia for sending me this card, and I will see everyone in the next video.